Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
What is going on, everybody? RB here, Philly Take with RB, and we just got home in time for some Sixers breaking news. Yes, that is right. My DMs are blowing up. I'm like, what's going on? And in the most unexpected manner, the Sixers are making a mid-May signing with 4 games to go in the season. Yes, that is right. Gary Clark Jr. is headed to Philadelphia on a 2-way deal. I believe this is unguaranteed, so, you know, there's no risk involved in this. However, I will say this is pretty interesting to me. I don't know why we did it now. Gary Clark Jr., former undrafted player. I think he's been in the league for, what, 4 years now. He played with the Orlando Magic. He played with the Rockets before. There's some ties to Daryl Morey. And most notably, he was traded during the Aaron Gordon thing at the trade deadline. And then he got waived by Denver and hadn't found a home since. But his names were kind of, you know, rattling around, stirring around. And the Sixers did come up as a team. And, you know, as a small forward, power forward, 6'6", 225, Gary Clark Jr. was a guy I thought, you know, we might go out and try. Now, let's be honest with ourselves. He's not really that much of a scorer. He's never been able to shoot the 3-ball consistently to take his game to the next level. And, you know, he hasn't panned out that well. He really hasn't, which is why I'm wondering why we signed him with 4 games left in the season. But at the same time, us Sixers fans have been calling for a bench forward, right? We've been calling for a bench forward, maybe a guy that can stretch the floor more consistently than Mike Scott. Can Gary Clark do that? I don't know. But what I do know about Gary Clark is that he can be a pretty good perimeter defender. He can bring more length to your team, and he can bring a little bit more speed. But obviously, he still has to develop. And with him being signed with 4 games to go on a 2-way contract that's not guaranteed. However, I will mention that this year, 2-way players can play in the playoffs. So maybe that is why we saved our signing up until now. I still don't get it. You know what I mean? He's not going to have time to really fit in or get some minutes or see what this guy has. So honestly, I don't know why we did it. I don't know why we did it, but Gary Clark Jr. is headed to Philadelphia. Small forward, power forward. Could he potentially see some minutes here in the next couple games? Maybe. Could he find his way into a playoff series? I highly doubt it. But the Sixers make a pretty intriguing signing. Something that I would not expect in mid-May here. You guys give me your thoughts down below. Is Gary Clark going to crack the rotation? Is he better than Mike Scott, Anthony Tolliver? Could he, you know, he's pretty much like a 30% shooter from deep. He's never been able to develop it. If he could, I mean, he could be a pretty good stretch in this league, in my opinion. A little bit short, but, you know, he could bring some good speed and some length to our defense. And I just don't know if he's going to be able to knock it down consistently to get himself in a rotation. But let me know your thoughts down below on Gary Clark Jr. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. We will be on the live play-by-play tonight as we look to clinch the #1 seed against the Indiana Pacers. Catch you guys there, man. Have a good one. Peace.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.